administration. The only people that are going to do well are the millionaires and the billionaires.
And finally, we talk a lot about these different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border. The border crisis is on their doorstep.
So
they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
That's what that
The
was.
lessons are not.
Who's there? Oh my gosh, it's whooping.
Alright folks, you just saw it. Another fire debate on The View. This time, Sunny Hostin and Alyssa Farah Griffin were at it again, arguing over why Americans voted for Trump in the recent election. Let's break this down because there's a lot to unpack here. And I think it tells us something deep about the political and cultural divides in America. First off, let's start with Sunny Hostin's argument. She claims that racism and misogyny were major factors in Trump's voter base. To back this up, she pointed to stats showing racial and educational divides in voting patterns. These numbers are real, you can't argue with math. But what Sunny is missing here is a nuance. Sure, data can tell you who voted, but it doesn't always tell us why. Sunny looks at the election results and sees systemic racism as a primary driver. But let me ask you this. Is it really fair to label millions of people as racists because they chose Trump? That's a big leap, and it shuts down any meaningful conversations about the real concerns American voters have. And Alyssa Farah Griffin responds, people want a good life and the ability to provide for their families. Now Alyssa pushes back here, and I think she makes an important point. She says, look, people vote based on wanting a better life for themselves and their families. And that's something we've heard time and time and again. Trump's base, particularly working class Americans, felt like he was the only one speaking to their needs: jobs, security, border, and a sense of life that has been taken away. Think about the voter in a small town where the factory closed years ago and jobs haven't come back. They're not sitting at the kitchen table debating identity politics. They're worrying about paying the bills and putting food on the table. Trump's message resonated with these American voters, and that's why he won over a large part of the country. Trump made significant gains among Black and Hispanic voters as well compared to 2016, especially among men. Why? Because his economic policies like tax cuts and opportunity zones delivered tangible results. That's economics and not racism. Trump made significant gains among Black and Hispanic voters compared to 2016, especially among men. This argument on The View isn't just about Sunny and Alyssa. It's about two competing versions or visions of America. One focused on identity politics from the left, and the other, conservative, focused on personal responsibility and economic opportunity. Both sides will continue to argue from here on out. But at the end of the day, most people, whether you voted for Trump or not, just want a better future for themselves and their families. So what do you think? Is Sunny right about systemic racism driving Trump's base and the 75 plus million Americans who voted for him? Or does Alyssa have a valid point in that it's more about the economy and what's happening on a day-to-day basis? So that's my sense of what's going on. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Subscribe and share this video. Till next time, stay positive. Peace.